This is Film Trigger. Stevie Cade.
I don't need breast implants. I lost 90 pounds. I have my own kids.
Seth Draven.
So by that logic, George Clooney is the best live-action Batman we have ever gotten.
Ramon from Hit or Miss TV.
If Justice League 2 isn't announced in 2022, I will shave my head bald live on air.
Streaming from Studio 47. Film Trigger's Drive-By News begins now.
There we go.
Okay. Ramon's here in spirit.
I came up with that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Ramon did. I have to explain the music delay on that one. I was sitting there watching the intro, and I noticed that at the end of the intro we have the old Drive-By News look, where I was using the maroon and the yellow as the main colors before I changed it to the neon. And I was just thinking, man, I need to change that. And I started thinking in my head, like, oh, what should I use? And then I started like designing it in my head in that few seconds that I totally forgot to press play on the intro music when we come into the actual studio. Hello, everybody.
Understandable.
God bless it. It's not easy being me. My brain is just my brain's a little too everywhere. Everything everywhere all at once.
I knew it was coming as soon as you said it. As soon as you said everywhere, I was like, he's gonna say the whole title, isn't he?
I can't. It's a good title. What do you expect?
It is a good title.
All right, we have Seth Draven here with us. How you doing, dude?
Doing good. Doing good.
It's just him and I today, which is fine. It's the OGs in the house. Monte is at work, and Ramon is probably napping after watching the Amber Heard trial for 8 hours straight. Oh my goodness. You ready to dive into some news stuff?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm gonna actually lean on you to read some of these things, if that's okay.
Okay.
I probably should have brought that up backstage.
Yeah, maybe, but that's fine. I can do it.
I'm good at doing this. All right. Well, as we said, Seth is here, I'm here, and you're here with us as well. You can leave us a comment in the comments section. That's what it's called, that. And interact with us live on air, or if you want, you can also give us a call. As soon as I find it, you can give us a call. Our line is open right now at 740-527-3447. If you just feel like talking on air with us and chatting about, I almost said music, movies. Dude, my head has been so weird today. I can't explain it. But yeah, but if you call, don't be a douche. All right, we're here to have fun. Okay, with that being said, let's go to our first topic of discussion here, and that is Fast X gets new director. Now, if you remember, like last week, what was it? Justin Lin, that's his name, right? Justin Lin exited the Fast franchise after production had already started on Fast X, and it was very suspicious. It raised a lot of questions. He directed 6 of those movies, something like that.
I think 5. I think this would have been his 6th one.
It would have been his 6th one, yeah. And not just that, but he left the project as soon as film principal photography started to begin. Well, now they brought in a new director, and the new director is shit. I don't have his name here.
I can bring it up real quick.
Yeah, he directed. I know he directed the
Louis Leterrier. Louis Leterrier.
Yeah,
I think that's how you pronounce
Leterrier. Yeah,
I don't know though.
Yeah, he did the Incredible Hulk movie. I'm surprised. I thought I had that written down on here. But my apologies for that. Well, I had the card up for the next thing. I was like, wait, that's not on here. I told you, I am a hot mess today. So he did the Incredible Hulk, which I still think is a very underrated movie. A lot of people don't like it. I really don't know why. You don't like it either, right, Seth?
Nope.
I don't understand it. Why don't you like? What do you like about it?
It's very boring. It's not just I only like flashy lights thing. It's a boring movie, and I just don't like it. And Edward Norton was a fine pick, I guess, for Hulk.
Yeah, I thought he was great.
I mean, he wasn't like bad. It was
Not your Hulk. Got it.
not my Hulk.
And it's still very hard to like fathom that is still supposed to be the same Hulk. I'm surprised they drastically changed him to be in the MCU as much as they did.
There's a lot of people that still don't realize that movie is part of the MCU. Like, because most people just have forgot that Iron Man is at the end. So take that out. This pretty much is not an MCU movie anymore.
Well, and William Hurt also transferred over to the MCU as well. I believe those are the only two characters. Well, no, and the other monster he
Abomination.
Abomination showed up, and
but he only showed up recently. Until Shang-Chi, he wasn't in anything.
See, I need to see Shang-Chi because it keeps coming up, and in ways I don't expect it. Like, oh, Abomination was in it. Oh, okay. So was Wong. He was in it too. Like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell are all these people doing in this movie?
Yeah, it's okay. It's an okay movie.
Well, there you go. Vin Diesel. He's the Fast X is getting a new director. Obviously, they had to. They started production, and they got it, and it's going to be that Louis Leterrier, or however you say his name, who directed The Incredible Hulk. But like also,
Now You See Me.
There you go. That's a good one.
People like that one. I've never seen it, but I know people like that.
I thought you have.
Oh, I've always wanted to.
But basically, I think at this point, the Fast franchise, and I'm only going by just what the hearsay, how I hear people talk about it, because I personally don't know about the movies. I've only seen the first one, and I didn't like it. It just seems like aesthetically, it's not going to be too hard to replace a director. So
yeah.
But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the fact that what happened to Justin Lin?
I mean, you remember what I said last time?
What was that?
This is Vin Diesel's fault. I guarantee it. I guarantee this is Vin Diesel's fault in some way.
And that's what you said last time we brought this up?
Yep.
Well, it seems to be. It adds to the question: is Vin Diesel to blame for Justin Lin's exit? Now, this is going around today. Do you know why this is going around today, Seth? Do you know what happened to make this a question of for us today?
I heard someone said something, but that's it.
All right, let's bring it up.
I'm going to clarify real quick. I'm off the internet right now because there's leaks going around for Doctor Strange, and I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
So if I'm a little confused on some of this stuff, that is why I'm off the internet right now.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. I haven't seen any of the leaks, so thank goodness. I didn't even know about it until I say I don't even want to know.
Yep. All right.
But all right, so we're gonna take this down. I'm gonna bring up the quote here. The quote in question: Fast X exits film and I meant to say director. God. Director exits film, and some are blaming Vin Diesel. And the quote is not by anybody that we know. Like it's an anonymous quote, and it was given to the New York Daily News. And it says, "I've never seen anything like it. Lynn's giving up $10 or $20 million. Diesel, $10 or $20 million. Diesel shows up late onto the set. He doesn't know his lines, and he shows up out of shape." Is what was said. How much would I bet that's The Rocket saying that?
I don't know why The Rock would know.
Well, didn't him and Vin Diesel have a falling out also on Fast X? Not Fast X, on Fast and the Furious?
Yeah, but
right.
So The Rock's not involved anymore. So I don't know why he would know what's going on set.
Well, maybe he's just experiencing from what communicating what he experienced on set. That's all I'm guessing. I don't really know. Yeah. But yeah, that's so someone is directly blaming on Vin Diesel, but it's whatever. Something had obviously happened. We don't know what it is, and frankly, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't really either. Like I'm not into the Fast franchise. I've never seen a single one of them.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to get into them recently, like at least watch them so I can say that I've seen them.
Right.
But that's about it. I don't really care. And the thing is, I like The Rock, as like a person. He seems like a cool dude, and so the fact that he quit the franchise is also making me not want to watch it that
It
much.
says a lot, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
says a lot about the toxicity that could be working up on that set. So, matter of fact, I believe one of the tweets that The Rock put out when he quit was saying something along the lines of, the people on set just don't have the same work ethic I do, or something like that. Like he's like I just don't want anything to do with it, which is pretty damning. But oh well, they're done. They only got like 1 or 2 more movies anyway, so I think they'll be done after that.
Yeah, well, I mean, depends on what you mean by that, because there's some people who are saying The Rise of Skywalker was the last Star Wars movie, when in reality it was just the last one in the main franchise, not the last one in general, because they've been talking about this. They're like, oh yeah, the Fast X and Fast X Part 2, because that's how numbers work. They're like, it's the last one of this franchise, but in reality it's just the beginning. Like, oh no, can this not just be the beginning, please? Can this be the end? I'm not looking forward to that Jurassic Park crossover, if that even happens. That would be kind of funny though.
Oh man, no. What's going to happen is the Fast and Furious franchise is going to eventually turn into the Enterprise, like the Star Trek, that sort of thing. Like they're going to be the foundation of what Star Trek is based off of. It all started with family.
Star Trek is it's a sequel to the Fast and Furious franchise.
Right, exactly. We're just watching the prequel and we don't even know it. They're going to M. Night Shyamalan this thing,
that would actually maybe be the biggest twist in Hollywood, to find out that the Fast and Furious movies were a prequel to Star Trek and canon to Jurassic Park.
I still want that Transformers and
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th crossover to happen.
I can't believe that's an actual thing.
That's an actual thing, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about here is what's his name in the movie? Was it Troy or Travis? Travis.
I know who you're talking about. Is his name Travis? Okay.
Yeah, in the movie.
Oh,
I believe.
I have no idea. So
yeah, you can just fact check it if you want. But okay, so in the first Transformers movie, Megan Fox's character had a boyfriend, and I believe his name was Travis.
Yeah, Travis.
Oh, someone's a huge fan of the Fast and Furious. He owns them all. He loves them. Well, you know what? That's what's great about movies, man. They're all subjective. Good to see you, Aaron. I appreciate you tuning in. But Aaron's also never seen a single episode of Breaking Bad, so like, there's a balance.
What?
Yeah, I know. I was just as shocked that he prefers his Bryan Cranston to stay on Malcolm in the Middle.
So yes, his name is Travis.
Oh, okay. Oh, Derpy Gaming says, hello, friends. I'm here for quality content. Well, you came to the wrong channel. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I appreciate you joining, Derpy. I just don't want the expectation to be too high. I appreciate you commenting. Okay, so what I was saying is the actual truth that Transformers and the Friday the 13th, 2009 remake are all in the same universe. And the proof to that is Megan Fox's boyfriend in Transformers, right? His name is Travis. Yeah. And he was played by a certain actor. I can't think of the actor's name off the top of my head. And that was it. He had just a small role at the beginning as her boyfriend. He was kind of a douchebag. Fast forward to the Friday the 13th movie. That same actor is playing in that Friday the 13th movie. His name in that movie is also Travis. Michael Bay came out and said, this is on purpose. That is the same Travis from Transformers. Technically, they're in the same universe. So if you want to know how Travis from Transformers 1 dies, go watch the 2009 Friday the 13th movie. To me, it's one of my favorite, just movie trivia things. Like, I love knowing that.
You know what should be connected?
What?
Saw and Liar Liar. We used to talk about that one all the time.
It's the claw. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. We should do a whole video of just movies that have no business being in the same universe, but totally could be.
That would actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, but out of everything we just said, the one that's actually true is
Friday the 13th and Transformers.
Yep, they're in the same universe. Don't believe me? Go look it up. I promise you. All right, and specifically the Friday the 13th that came out in 2009. All right, moving on with the actual show here. We went down a rabbit hole there. So yeah, Vin Diesel getting blamed for Justin Lin's exit. Don't care. What I do care about is Everything Everywhere All at Once could become A24's highest grossing film in the USA, which is an amazing accomplishment. Like it's one of those movies that I love so much that when I went and saw it, when I first saw the trailer, I thought the trailer was absolutely nuts. And then when I saw the movie, it's my review for this movie is one of 2 reviews I've ever done where I didn't give it any negatives. The only other one I did like that was Voices, and I regret that one, but I don't regret this one. I don't regret this movie. Is just out of this world bonkers. Now, let me bring up a little card here that I made. Kind of goes into further in depth about it. All at Once, as I shortened it, could be A24's highest grossing film. Deadline reports the box office results for this weekend show Everything Everywhere All at Once ranking in an additional 5.3 million, bringing its domestic total to 35.2 million. This take is only 2% drop of what it made the previous weekend, which is an outstanding performance. Although projections for its total domestic theatrical run vary, it has the chance to make over $50 million, which would make it the highest grossing A24 film in the U.S. over the Adam Sandler crime thriller Uncut Gems. Good for them, man. Good for them, and even more so, good for you. Good for everybody out there who listened to the hype and went and saw this movie. So, like going from one week to the next week, Seth, like for movies, there's usually like what, a 40% drop. And that's a good drop. Like you lose 40%, but that's not considered bad until you get to the 50 and 60%.
Right.
Everything Everywhere All at Once jumped up in percentage its second week. It went up, which is almost
pretty good.
That's almost unheard of. And then since then, it's maintained. It stayed steady, and it's only dropping like 2%. So it's like pretty much keeping it like the same amount, and it's just raking in all this money. This movie was made for $25 million, and I guarantee that the studio had no idea that they were going to not only make that back, but actually make a profit off this movie. And I think that's there's a wonderful thing to be said about that. And I'm just glad everyone's listening to Film Trigger and my review and taking it to heart and then going to see this movie. Have you seen this yet, Seth?
I have not gotten the chance.
Oh, man.
I'm hoping soon, though.
You're missing out. But as I said, don't go with your mom. Did you watch my review for it? You son of a... Wow. That's why you don't watch the Fast and Furious. It's not about family for you. All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. Everything Everywhere All at Once is maintaining its course and it's staying steady, and good for them. Good for you. We deserve movies like this, and we deserve to acknowledge movies like this. We have a couple of comments here I haven't gotten to. Derby Gaming says, I know this is out there, but can we get a petition going to have Johnny Depp and Amber Heard as the next host of the Oscars? The Will Smith is... well, that sounds like a very shitty episode of that. A very shitty episode of the Oscars. Get it? Amber Turd?
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
Got it. I got the joke.
Sorry, it's a little too on the nose. I may have shit the bed on that one. Come on, give me a courtesy laugh, something. Thank you. Gosh, family, son, family. Derpy Gaming. I see your Johnny Depp and Amber Heard hosting, and I think that's quite humorous. But I raise you, like in all actuality, being serious here, Johnny Depp doing it if he wins this case, like that would be like his like I'm back moment. You know what I mean?
That would be kind of crazy.
That would be crazy. I'd like to see that. Aaron White says, I look forward to seeing this movie. It comes to DVD Blu-ray on June 14th. Oh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. Don't watch it with the family. But Oh no, Aaron White's seen my he's seen my review because he commented. He says you had me at butt plug.
Huh?
What are you looking up the comment?
No, I'm seeing if this movie is coming out on 4K. Okay, it is.
I'm sure
I've been collecting movies, and so I want to see if this.
You're doing a physical media collection now?
A little bit.
Well, look at you.
It's just the second row that's movies, but
oh, nice. And look, they're all nice and neat and in order and not out of their cases, and CDs aren't strung around everywhere like they are in your bedroom here. Nice. Very good to know. All right.
Yep.
All right, moving on here. Continuing just a little bit longer with this everything everywhere all at once talk. There's an image that I think is one of the most beautiful images that are out there, and it was on Instagram, and Jamie Lee Curtis had something to say about it as well. I think the whole thing is just beautiful. Let me bring it up for you here. Seth, do you know what you're looking at?
I am looking.
Oh, wait, I have a title on it. Yeah. Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield wearing the hot dog gloves from All at Once. And Jamie Lee Curtis posted this, I believe, or she commented. She goes, I think when Andrew Garfield promotes another movie that he's not in while promoting a movie he is in is telling you what he and other artists think of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere movie. Yeah, dude, this movie is outrageous, and I think this is just a beautiful picture. I want those gloves. I want those gloves. Like, I would wear that for dinner. Like, I'd wear that just to anything. I'm going. You know what, Seth? Your graduation, I'm going to be proud and waving my hot dog gloves while you get your.
That is awesome. You know, I saw this picture, not this picture, but I saw a picture a couple weeks ago of Andrew and Toby watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was taken from a fan in the audience, and they just spotted them watching the movie together.
Dude, I love that they're BFFs.
I wonder how Tom's feeling right now. Tom welcomed them into his movie, and then they became besties, and now they're just hanging out without Tom all the time. Because they snuck into to the premiere of No Way Home together without Tom. And now they've been spotted in public a couple times without Tom, seeing movies together without Tom.
Oh, man. Well, Tom Holland's, he's just I don't feel very good. Poor kid. Yeah, he is getting left out. But there's an age gap there. Andrew Garfield and
Tom Holland's still a grown man. He's still an adult.
Right, but I don't know. I think I don't know what the behind the scenes are. I don't know how long Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield knew each other. I don't know if there was really much animosity between them, but the fact that they're just hanging out and having fun, and we're noticing that after No Way Home. Yeah. I think that's beautiful. I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, Andrew Garfield, which by the way, in this photo that I brought up, doesn't he look like a really skinny Chris Hemsworth?
I kind of see it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's the shading.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Oh man, but I want those hot dog gloves, and I think we don't deserve Andrew Garfield, and I think he knows that. That's why he's leaving Hollywood again. We don't deserve him, so it's gonna suck to see him go. Especially,
he'll be back though.
Yeah, when they make Amazing Spider-Man 3. Actually, I don't even want them to make that anymore. I don't. I see where Sony is going with the with the Spider-Man franchise. As much as I want the Amazing Spider-Man 3, I don't want him to be a part of whatever that is that they're doing right now.
Yeah, so, I kind of get that.
All right, so we made an announcement, a Wonder Twins announcement last week. We finally got who is going to be playing the characters in the highly anticipated film, The Wonder Twins. Well, now it's been canceled, so you can say fuck that. Literally that news came out last week, and they have already canceled the movie. Rumor has it that they canceled the movie, but it's coming from, as Seth has pointed out to me, a lot of reliable sources, and they're all saying it's rumored, but it's probably actually canceled, which is fine. I don't.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I think it's funny because like, why were they doing a Wonder Twins movie anyway? You know what else? Because they say it comes from a rumor. This is for some reason, this is the biggest takeaway from that rumor. There's more stuff in this rumor that no one's talking about. That's actually some big stuff. This rumor is also claiming that they're canceling every DC project that's outside of the DCEU and also outside of Matt Reeves' Batman universe. So everything outside of that is supposedly also getting canceled. That would also include J.J. Abrams' Superman movie. Do you remember that one was in development?
Yeah.
That also includes that, if this is true, obviously. But for some reason, this is the biggest takeaway from that rumor.
Really? You're right. I haven't heard that yet. So you're telling me when we made this bet with Ramon, who's not with us today, that you and Ramon have a bet going on, which I have scrolling at the bottom, and that's if Justice League 2, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 is not announced by the end of this year, Ramon will shave his head, and you'll shave your head if it is announced by the end of this year. What are the chances of you shaving your head this year?
You know, I still don't think I'm going to.
No.
The reason I say that is because I think it's starting to become more likely that this movie will happen, or at least they'll try and make it happen, but I don't think it's going to be announced this year. I think it'll be announced at the earliest. It'll be announced after The Flash comes out.
Yeah,
that's just my guess. I don't know, but like
that gets me excited because for the first time in a very, very long time, Seth, and I know you're with me on this, I feel like Warner Brothers has a vision. They have a direction. They have
David Zaslav, I think is his name.
Yeah, Zaslav. Yeah.
Yep. He knows what he's doing. Well, I mean, we've been down this.
Seems like it.
We've been down this road before, but
we have PTSD.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Caleb, Richardson chimes in. Appreciate you writing in, Caleb. He says, well, Toby is 46 and Andrew is 38. They're both essentially in the same age bracket. Tom is still in his 20s, his early 20s, or maybe mid 20s now.
I think he's about 25 or 26 years old.
Yeah. That he's just proving my point that
he'll be 26 next month.
Yeah. Well, they're tiering. They're all about 10 years away from each other. So, yeah. But there's got to be a meme out there. If not, we got to make one for Film Trigger, Seth. Like a picture of Toby and Andrew going out to see this movie, and then another picture of Tom with like a tear rolling down his cheek. So, Derpy Gaming says, I think a lot about senior citizens. I think a lot of old senior citizens would have been happy if Wonder Twins happened. That don't know anything about a comic. Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, were people 40 years ago more excited about about Wonder Twins?
Considering the Wonder Twins haven't been relevant in 50 years, I would assume so.
Right. Yeah, probably. And then Caleb, I'm so happy about the Wonder Twins cancellation. The casting was so weird, even though I don't get the hate AK Appa was getting, or KJ Appa. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got dyslexia with a capital A on that one. Yeah, I don't really know much about KJ Appa. Do you, Seth?
No, he's in like Riverdale, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know he was getting hate. I honestly didn't think anybody cared about this movie like at all.
People only hate him, as far as I'm concerned. People only hate him because he's in Riverdale. I don't care for Riverdale. I've never seen Riverdale, but like, I don't know if that automatically means he deserves hate. Maybe he did something I don't know about, but
oh no, he gets a little bit more specific here. He says, I mean, people were mad that he wasn't Asian/Pacific Islander, even though he is. Hence Simone. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because the Wonder Twins are Asian, I think, and people were upset that they didn't cast
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know they weren't Asian. Like or that the characters were Asian. I don't know I know nothing about the Wonder Twins. Thank you for that info, Caleb. I appreciate it. But basically, the Wonder Twins film is canceled, and thank God. We literally there hasn't been a Man of Steel sequel. That still has not been made, and we were focused on the Wonder Twins film. Are you kidding me? No. I think Zaslav, or however you say his name,
Zaslav.
I think him coming in, he's coming in with an iron, like striking while the iron's hot, man. Like he's making the decisions. He's putting down. I don't want to say that in front of you. He's showing who's boss, pretty much. And what?
I don't want to know what you were going to say.
Essentially, I was going to say, like, he was going to whip it out, is what I was going to say, and show everyone who the big boss is. But
all right,
the other two times this happened to us, Walter Hamada took over. We had that hope, like, oh, Walter Hamada is going to come in and clean things up. Then nothing happened.
Right.
Then Sarnoff comes in. We're like, oh, she's gonna fix it. Nothing happened. It's actually all the same stuff over and over again. Still,
there's a big difference there, though. A big difference with those. We were just like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine, and then, like you said, nothing happened. This time, the moment they get their rights to DC, they drop it. Here's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Here's everything we want to do. We want to revitalize Superman. We want to make it a lot cleaner. We want to clean up the slate a little bit. Like we know what we want to do. And now they're canceling Wonder Twins. Like I don't want to celebrate a movie being canceled, but at least they know that people don't really want a Wonder Twins movie.
Well, not just that, it shouldn't be the main focus right now.
Right.
I mean, I think the darkest cloud hanging over Warner Brothers is the fact that it seems like every movie that has come out since Justice League has come out to cover up what they did in that entire situation. Like they're just doing their very best to ignore everything and change continuity. I bet this is why the Flash got pushed back. I bet it has something to do with this. I bet they're going to reshoot something. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of people theorize that the reason the Flash got pushed back so far is because they're gonna try and reshoot some stuff for it. Which, I mean, I don't see them doing much, with that. Like, I could see them maybe trying to get Ray Fisher back, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, maybe just point it in the right direction. It's essentially that movie was we all theorized was going to be an essential reboot of the entire DCEU while still having characters that we recognize, but they're not the same characters, or they changed because everything else around them changed. Whatever the Flashpoint story that they're going with, they're just going to use just to cover up their mess. And that's what it seems like. Every movie that's come out, it seems like they're doing that just to cover up their mess. Yeah. So I'm glad to see that somebody's coming in and hopefully redirecting this. And listen, I'm to the point, like, if they don't make Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, okay, I'm kind of getting over it. I'm kind of just like, just move on and give me something to attach to, because I don't feel like I have anything to attach to right now.
I don't think Zack is done though with DC. I can't remember if I've said this recently or not, but even if the Snyder Cut doesn't happen, or any sequels to it, I think he's gonna do another movie. He's definitely going to do another movie, because at DC Fandom they teased a Crisis on Infinite Earths movie. Right after that, he did a post, maybe a Thanksgiving or Halloween post, I don't remember which one. In the background was Crisis on Infinite Earths, the book.
Yeah.
And now there's rumors that the Flash movie directly sets up a Crisis movie. Like, I don't know. Knowing Zack though, like, he wouldn't just put that book in there for fun. Like,
no,
he had a reason to put that in there.
He's the Easter egg master. Yeah, absolutely. Caleb says, reboot. It's that easy. Let the Flash close out the main DCEU and start over. It's easy to say that, and here we are, like Seth and I are just theorizing all these things, but we actually don't know what that movie was going to do. I mean, Seth just brought to the table that it could set up a Crisis of Infinite Earth. and that could bring Zack back. You know, it's just to me, it's a very messy way of doing it, and that's what Warner Brothers has been ever since Justice League. It's just been messy. You know, they came out and they had that whole slate of DC properties that were going to come out, and then they chopped them all. You know, like it was they never seem to have a clear vision or direction what they're going to do. Hopefully that's changing. So we'll see. It's exhausting being a DC fan with them being attached to Warner Brothers. It really is.
Marvel is just out here just celebrating. All the Marvel fans they're all happy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all extremely happy, man. Because they get success after success after success.
Right.
You know, Sony gets a little taste of it. Sony's like, here, we can let you borrow Spider-Man. Success. You know, all the Spider-Man Sony movies. Success. With the first movie not involving MCU, Morbius.
Yep.
Bomb. Complete bomb. Yeah, if you're gonna like try to compete with somebody, Marvel's it. And you got to do it by seeing how they're doing it, and maybe not necessarily copying them, but like take some notes. You know, take some notes and stop confusing your damn audience. All right. Yeah. Moving forward. We also reported last week that Bill Murray, his movie. Oh, hold on, where is it? Oh no. I don't have it. I don't have my image here. Hold on, let me look it up. Seth, can you explain the Bill Murray situation real quick?
Last week or maybe the week before, Bill, there was some sort of allegation made against Bill Murray, or accusation on the set of Being Mortal, which is a movie he was shooting. Mm-hmm. And I guess it was serious enough to just shut down production entirely. Whatever it was, we never actually really found out what happened. So,
right, yeah. Well, serious enough is one way to put it. It was. I think any accusation should be taken seriously, and I think that's what they did. Even if it's the smallest, you know, bit of thing, I think the best thing to do is just shut it down and let's just address it and get it fixed right away. I'm trying to find a report. I don't know the image that I made for it didn't seem to make it to this laptop, so I'm trying to find the quote that Bill Murray had, but I can't seem to locate it. Well, Bill Murray did come out and address the situation, but I can't seem to find the quote. Hold on.
I found it.
Oh, you did? Can you share it?
I should be able to, yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, Bill Murray finally comes out, talks about his actions on the set of Being Mortal, which, as Seth explained, got the entire production shut down.
There we go. Can you see it?
Yes. Can you read it? I can't read it from my screen.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the quote that Bill Murray said. He said, "We had a difference of opinion. I had a difference of opinion with a woman I'm working with. I did something I thought was funny, and it wasn't taken that way," Murray said. "The company, the movie studio, wanted to do the right thing. So they wanted to check it all out and investigate it. And so they stopped the production. But as of now, we're talking and we're trying to make peace with each other." So.
All right. Well, there you go. They're short, sweet, and to the point. It sounds like Bill Murray, like he does feel apologetic. That seems genuine. He's like, I'm still learning shit. You know, I'm old as dirt, you know, but I'm still learning. And that's life. That's a very self-aware thing to do. So I'm glad it's obviously something not so bad, you know, like he didn't like touch somebody. Obviously, we all know that Bill Murray's kind of has a dry humor, and he's kind of pissed a few people off in his day with this dry humor or kind of callous humor that he has. So I mean, Lucy Liu being one of them on the set of the Angels. What's it called?
Charlie's Angels.
Thank you, Charlie's Angels. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, kind of the same thing. He just straight up said that she was a shitty actor, but yeah, and like they couldn't be in the same room together. So he's been known to piss people off, but I think he's learning. Hopefully, the actress comes back and everything moves forward with the production on there. Caleb says, "Oh no mess. Hard reboot, entirely new cast, new crew, straightforward storytelling. Make a good first movie for each Justice League member, then do Justice League again." You know, Caleb, listen, man, I agree with you. I think if there's no fixing the mess that's going on right now, yes, just shut it all down and reboot it. But where I'm going to where you and I are going to get ends here is the fact that I don't necessarily think it's hopeless yet. I think, yeah, we've had a very confusing like 4 years, but I think with the right tweak, we can put this right back on course with everything that we have.
Right.
And I personally want to see that. I really do. I want to see my time, my emotional investment, the money I've spent on these movies, going to see them. I want to see that paid off. You know, like I invested myself into this story. I want to see it, you know, either continue or come to a conclusion. I don't want to see it just snipped off and always wonder what could have happened, what would have been, you know. But I'm like you, Caleb. Like, if they can't course correct and they can't fix this, then just chop it. And it seems like that their chopping is what they're doing right now. Like Seth said earlier, they're not only did Wonder Twins get chopped off, but reportedly, but so did almost all DC movies that weren't directly involved with DCEU or Matt Reeves, right?
Right.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So that's a bigger story in itself. And you're right. I didn't hear anything about that, and I'm very surprised. So I'm glad that's why we have you on here, Seth. Thank you. But yeah, I agree, but also disagree with you, Caleb. I think I'm to the point to where I would be all right with that, but I still have one little sliver of hope that they can course correct this. So that's where my mind's at.
Yeah.
Or maybe Caleb, maybe do you not like the DCEU right now at all? Like, are you not a fan of like Zack Snyder's Justice League or Man of Steel? If you don't like any of the properties they have, then I completely understand your point. You know, that makes sense. You know, like, please give me this is not my DC. So I can understand that perspective of as well, but I'm a huge fan of what has already been built, and I want to see that come to a conclusion, or at least a continuation.
Yeah.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 set photos or behind the scene photos. Yeah, I got this right here. Let me get this up. This is our first real look at anything Guardians of the Galaxy besides what we saw in the Thor trailer. But it seems like they got some new this is supposed to be more comic book accurate costumes.
It's their classic outfit.
Is it
It's his classic outfit, yeah.
Oh, nice, good. So yeah, there's Peter Quill right there. She's that poor girl. That's the photo they took. Her arm.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to figure out if that's supposed to be like an undershirt sleeve, because her arm is mechanical arm in the MCU, but it's like silver. It's not like gunmetal, and it, you know. But also her hand is not painted. Like, her hand's usually blue in the. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Couldn't tell you. I don't know if maybe Thor: Love and Thunder will tell us. But what I do enjoy seeing here is not only the practical effects, but everything about this, that we see here just says James Gunn all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I want to know what's happening here, because they're all wearing like casual clothing.
Well, you know, they don't want to stick out.
Oh yeah. Good point.
I don't know who any of these characters are, by the way. Do you?
I'm pretty sure they're just extras. Like, I don't think they are supposed to be anybody.
I don't know. Look at this guy. That's gnarly. This dude right here, like, if Nicolas Cage were a creature from another universe, this would be it. Oh man, and look at this guy right here.
That one looks like Martin Scorsese. Like, come on, do you not see it? Like,
I can totally see it. Oh my gosh. All right, Seth, can you look up a picture of Martin Scorsese and screen share? I'm going to see if we can't do a little back and forth. But not okay. Outside of him looking like Martin Scorsese, this rabbit here, this dude looks like he has a story to tell. You know, sit down with a cup of coffee and a cigarette and let him just tell you about his life. Oh wow. So yeah, this is our first look of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know why they're wearing normal clothes. That's a very good question, Seth.
Yeah. Okay, hold on here. I'm gonna share.
Meanwhile, Caleb says, I like Zack Snyder, but I moved on from DCEU as it is now. The last movie I liked from DC was Zack Snyder's Justice League. The Suicide Squad was too weird for me. Harley Quinn sucked. And Wonder Woman 84 sucked, etc. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with you. The only DC movies I'm looking forward to are Shazam 2, Black Adam, and The Batman 2. Right, and it sucks that one of those aren't in the same universe.
There you go. There's Martin Scorsese.
So you think he looks like? Oh, let me get.
Yes, I do.
If Martin Scorsese was a drugged out bunny, okay. There you go. All right, there's your first look at Guardians of the Galaxy set photos. That's really all I have today in the way of news. Unless there's something else, Seth, that you know of that I didn't discuss.
There's nothing that I know of. Like I know I mentioned it earlier. All I know about is that there's leaks going around right now.
Oh yes, if you don't want Doctor Strange spoilers, stay away from Twitter.
Yeah, we could talk about it. Like I don't mean the leak itself. Like obviously we wouldn't discuss the leak, but like
I haven't even seen it. I don't even know what the leak is. So
good.
Great. Good to know.
Awesome.
But do you know what the leak is, don't you?
I do.
Oh man. See, I hate it when this happens because now I'm curious. I want to know, but I don't want to know.
It's just this week. I'm not going to spoil anything, not a single thing. I'm not even going to give any hints. I'll say this though. People are going to lose their minds when this happens. People are going to freak out. It's going to be insane. I'm really excited to see how the theater reacts to this.
Oh man. Okay,
this is big. This is don't underestimate this. This is huge. So
really,
I'm excited for people to see this.
Okay, listen, I don't know what the leak is. I have no clue. But does it have anything to do with John Watts leaving the Fantastic Four?
I don't see why it would.
Okay, well, good. Then you answered that question. Thank you. That's not the. I thought you were gonna. I thought it was gonna be Fantastic Four-esque. Well, anyway. Well, John Krasinski, like him playing Mr. Fantastic, was always. Is that his name? John Krasinski. Yeah.
We talked about this last time. How he might be part of this upcoming Fantastic Four movie.
Right, but the reason why he would be a part of it now is because he can direct it. So maybe that's why John Watts actually left. That's the theory I've heard going around. I didn't know if any of your leaks had anything to do with that, but
yeah.
All right. Leaks are never reliable. I remember when the Trench film got leaked, and later after it was canceled, James Wan revealed it was actually a Black Manta movie, and WB leaked the Trench on purpose.
Okay, well, there's a difference between leaking some information and me having seen 25 seconds of footage of Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, that's the type of leaks, man. People are putting these leaks out are just there's no shame anymore.
I could tell you exactly how these got out too, because earlier that day, because they only leaked
Campia.
That was my first thought when I saw it. I was like, could you imagine how funny it would have been if he had John Campia just his watermark logo on this?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Theaters started getting the movie the other day. Like they started receiving the full movie. So I'm pretty sure that's how this got leaked.
Wow.
Yes, I'm serious. This is not just some little information. This is actual footage that I have seen. Wow. Well, I say I've seen like it's something that only I have. No, this is all over the internet, so be careful. But
yeah, just be careful. I haven't seen it now, Seth. Now that you know what that is, and it makes you even more excited to see how the theater's going to react when this bomb drops. Apparently, our insider scoop here, Seth, who has inside knowledge. Are you now more disappointed that you're not going to experience that with them?
you know, it's complicated because like I'm excited that I know this. It's cool to have seen this.
Right.
And the thing is though, no, I can't say that might even tease it a little bit more. But
don't do it.
I think it would have been great to go into this without even speculating that this was a possibility. And that's the thing with this versus No Way Home. With No Way Home, we all knew Toby and Andrew were going to be in it, you know?
Yeah.
They were never confirmed.
Ever. Yeah.
But that information, that wasn't just like little information that was here every once in a while. This was something that got around to everybody, that Tobey Maguire and Andrew were in that movie. This isn't.
Right.
So 90% of people are going to go into this movie without even thinking that this is a possibility. That's why I'm so excited to see reactions to it.
Let's ask some people in the comments, like, if you had the opportunity, like if you saw in your news feed right now, Seth, can you make a banner for this discussion that we're doing? Okay. This is for everybody in the comments. If you saw something on, like, you're on Twitter and you saw a video clip and it says leaked footage of Doctor Strange 2, huge spoilers, would you watch it? Or would you try to stay away from it? Now, I used to be in the band camp of, I don't know why I said band, in the camp of, of like, I don't mind spoilers. That never bothered me. It never took me out of the movie. But as I've gotten older, that's changed for me. Now I kind of stay away from them. So I'm just curious, is anybody who's listening to us right now, would this ruin the movie for you? Or would you be more excited, like, knowing a good spoiler before you go to see a movie?
I'll say this. If you, like, let's say you saw this, somebody sees this, and they go, oh, this whole movie is ruined for me now, then you're watching the movie for the wrong reasons. Like, yes, this is big. This is a big surprise that would be cool to see without knowing. But, like I said, if this is the reason you're watching the movie, then you're watching it for the wrong reasons. You're not watching it for the good story. You're watching it for cool cameos. So,
right. Well, I don't know if I buy into that. Aaron White says spoilers don't bother me. Well,
we're still not going to talk about them.
Well, that's right, Aaron. You can send Seth a message. he'll send you the video leak.
You know what? You said that you used to like spoilers. I did too. Because you told me that, because you told me, like, oh yeah, I don't mind spoilers. And I was like, why not? And you explained why. And I was like, well, it makes sense. So there was like a year or two there where I looked up everything about everything, and it didn't bother me one bit. I'll tell you the one movie that changed that. Logan.
Really?
Logan was the movie that ruined that for me, because I looked up everything about Logan before I watched it. It's still a great movie. It's still one of my favorites. Man, I can't imagine watching that without having a clue. Like, obviously, we all speculated he was going to die, but, like, there's a difference between thinking that he will and knowing that he will.
Knowing, because, you lose hope. Like, the little bit of hope, like, oh, is she going to save him? Is she not? Like, that's all gone.
Yeah.
That emotional. And is this spoiler like that? Is it one of those emotional things? Or is it just like a random bomb drop? Like, oh, and by the way, boom.
That's exactly what it is. It's not some thing that will, like, you know, like, oh man, it would have been cool if I didn't see this because now I know what's going to happen. It's nothing like that. It's just a really cool thing that I can't believe actually happened.
Right.
Now
I'm super curious.
It's just this week. I think you should hold out. If this movie was still months away, usually I'd be like, well, you may as well look at it. But since it's this week, I think you should.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go see it Saturday.
Cool. I got my tickets.
When are you seeing it? You're seeing it on Thursday
at 3 p.m.
Man, I wish I had a seat next to you, because I would love to do a live talk about this on Friday. Maybe Saturday night. Maybe. Maybe we'll figure it out. All right, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in. That's going to be it for today's show. I want to say thank you to everyone who chimed in, let us know your thoughts, and shared your opinions with us. We highly appreciate that, because without you, there's no us. That's how otherwise we're just talking into the fucking digital world and it's boring. But not when we're talking about movies though. Not with Seth. I could talk to digital air with Seth all the time. All right. With that being said, Seth Draven, he'll be with us. I guess Wednesday is when we'll be back. This Wednesday. So there'll be a variation of Seth or Ramon or Monte that kind of float in and out of this realm. So we'll see you Wednesday evening, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. Until then, stay trigger happy, my friends. Peace.